Bubble Busters!
My name is Darcy. My husband and I got married 5 years ago, and I'm helping him with his construction business. My husband Tom majored in architecture at university. After working on site for several years, he started his own construction company. He's very talented. I used to work at my husband's company before we got married. After marriage, my husband respected my choice to continue working, so I'm still doing the same job. Oh, I have a class reunion coming up.
That sounds like fun! You should go!
Really? I'll be home late, though. Is that all right?
Of course! Have fun!
I was excited about the reunion. We're meeting at a pub. I'm glad I wore casual clothes. Oh my God! Is that you, Darcy? How have you been? Oh, sounds like Jackie's here. Why are you dressed so casually? You should wear something more formal for our reunion. Jackie's parents are wealthy, but she can be annoying sometimes because she tends to show off. It's a pub, so I thought casual clothing was fine. Are you going to an opera later with that gown? I can't believe this. I'm wearing a designer brand party dress I bought in Paris. Can you imagine an adult not being able to afford designer clothing? Wow, that's nice. Jackie hasn't changed at all. Since we were young, she's always had this arrogant attitude, so I thought I'd pretend to agree when she shows off.
Is that you, Darcy?
Jessica, how have you been? I missed you so much. This is Jessica. She's a kind person who's always been composed and modest. We were very close in high school. What is that you're wearing, Jessica? I can't believe it. Is something wrong with my clothes? Your fashion sense is a decade old. What you're wearing is too old to be even called vintage. Those are fossils. What? I think her clothes are chic and nice. Lame. Why didn't you guys wear something more fashionable? You're at a reunion, for God's sake. Aren't you embarrassed? Jackie continued to annoy Jessica and me with her audacity. She hasn't grown up at all. So, what do you do now, Jackie? Me? I work as a secretary at the same company as my dad. My dad told the company how talented I am and got me a job at the company. She got the job using her dad's connections. What about you, Darcy? I'm an administrative assistant. A job that requires no special talents or looks. It suits you. It's not about special talents or looks. It's a difficult and tiring job.
Hey, Jackie, you can't judge someone just by their jobs. Every job is important.
You're speaking for your loser friend because you're a loser too. How is Jessica a loser? You can tell right away. She wears dull clothes and not even a single piece of jewelry. It's so obvious that she's poor. That's so rude! Jessica is!
It's fine, Darcy. No need to get upset.
Okay. Jessica stopped me before I could finish my sentence. So I listened to Jackie's insults without saying anything. We both felt awful after seeing Jackie at the reunion. We decided to have lunch together the day after. Wow, this restaurant is so nice! Thank you for making the reservation.
No worries. I wouldn't come here if I was alone anyway.
As we were chatting in front of the restaurant, Jackie suddenly appeared from nowhere. Oh my God! Darcy? Jessica? What are you doing here? Hi, Jackie. We're going to have lunch. Have lunch? Where? A cheap restaurant? Not really. We're eating here. Huh? Really? This restaurant is very expensive. It's not a place for you two.
Oh, that's right. Do you want to join us? I already made a reservation. They won't mind if we have another person joining us.
That's nonsense. I know you two can only afford to eat at cheap restaurants. Stop pretending. We're not. I know you're jealous and wish you could afford to live like me. That's why you're pretending to be rich. It's painful to watch you trying so hard.
Let's ignore her.
I agree. We went into the restaurant, leaving Jackie behind, but she ran into the restaurant after us. Wait up! Are you guys seriously eating here? I'll join you. What? After everything you just said to us? I bet neither of you know any table manners. I'll teach you.
Fine. Let's eat together then.
As much as I hated the idea of eating with Jackie, I had no choice but to accept her because Jessica agreed to it.
I made a reservation for 2, but they gave us a bigger table since there's 3 of us.
Yeah, We really didn't have to eat with Jackie. Jessica is too kind. I could feel how expensive the restaurant was from its fancy decor and excellent service. Shortly after, exquisite dishes were brought to our table. It looks so good! Oh my god! This is delicious!
Jackie? I think you should use the cutlery on the outside first.
I know that. Stop talking like you know more.
As long as you know.
I did it on purpose to test if you guys know any table manners. But you don't look like you know. Jackie was embarrassed when we pointed out her mistake. She started to get upset and tried to insult us.
Is your husband a construction worker, Darcy?
Poor man. He can't do anything else because he's got no brain. Stop that! You don't have the right to look down on my husband's work! Wow, don't get mad. I only stated the obvious truth. You must have made a ton of effort to come here for a fancy lunch. I can't even imagine what you've gone through. I'm not that vain. You two are the poorest people I've ever met. You don't have to come to a restaurant that's too expensive for you just because you want to compete with me. After insulting my friend and me, she started to attack my husband. I couldn't tolerate her anymore. Time to troublebuster her. Jessica, want to go to the ladies' room with me? I asked her to go to the washroom with me. Don't you think Jackie has gone too far?
Yeah, I agree.
We shouldn't have invited her.
I had no idea she'd actually join us. I really thought she would say no.
I want to get back at her. Do you want to help me?
I have a good idea.
After we made our plan, we went back to the table. That was long. What were you doing in there? Here's the thing, Jackie. You seem to be looking down on my husband's work, but he opened his architecture firm after graduating from university. I work at his company too.
Huh?
I didn't want to tell you this, but you insulted him, so I have to let you know. So what? You wouldn't be hired if it weren't for the fact that he's your husband. Also, you look down on Jessica so much, but do you know her dad is a president of a big company?
What?
That can't be true!
I didn't think it was necessary to bring up. That's why I never told you.
The clothes she wore last time to the reunion were vintage designer pieces. You love designer brands so much, how come you didn't notice at all? It doesn't matter! Who cares?
You said you work as a secretary at some company, right? Didn't that company go bankrupt recently?
What? Is that true?
I heard it from my dad. He knows about those things.
That's not true! I'm the secretary of the company president!
You can stop. I know you work part-time as a janitor at that building.
Ah! What?
My dad's company is in the same building. Thank you for keeping everything clean, Jackie.
No! That's not what I do!
I work there too. Haven't you seen me before? I sometimes walk past you when you're working too.
Walk past me? Why are you bringing this up now? Are you trying to get back at me?
I don't judge people by what they do for a living. You're doing an important job as well. So you should stop being so vain and be proud of what you do.
Well said, Jessica. Jackie was so embarrassed that her face got red. She ran away in a hurry. Jackie never thought the person she looked down on the most would be the daughter of a company president and know everything about her. It must be hard for her to accept that. Hey, you haven't paid yet!
It's okay. I got it.
That's very generous of you, Jessica.
She just lost her job, so I thought I'd treat her to something delicious for the last time.
Oh?
I don't want someone who's so vain and arrogant to keep working at the building. Her contract is not going to get renewed.
That's how it's done, Jessica. The other day, I was walking with Jessica on the street and was shocked by what I saw. Is that Jackie? Jackie came out of a private loan shop. She was dressed in tatters and looked exhausted with unkempt hair. Her face looked lifeless, and she became skinny.
Seems like she hasn't found a job since she got fired.
We won't hear her bragging about her wealth anymore. Jackie's life became difficult since she couldn't find any work after losing her job. I can't help but wonder if she ever thought she would get punished for constantly looking down on people while bragging about herself. Troublebuster!